We've seen many of the different ways that kids can get involved in 4 H. Of course, the traditional livestock projects are still an important part of 4 H. Many 4 Hers spend a lot of time raising and taking care of animals and bringing them to the fair to show. Branston and his heifer, Jenna, are just one of those 4 Hers.
I started showing beef cattle when I was about 8 years old, so it was my second year of Clover Buds, and so I did 2 years of Clover Buds, and then I've done it beginner, intermediate, and now I'm a senior. It's my second or third year of being a senior, so I've been doing it a very long time, and I enjoy it very much.
And so with your animal that you have here today, how many do you have in your herd?
At home, we have just a hobby farm, so we only have 14 head of cattle at home.
Okay, so being that you're on a hobby farm, how did you get involved in the beef project?
Well, so actually I was in 4-H and I had started poultry, but when I went to county fairs, I wanted to try something new. And so I liked the beef cattle, and I was like, Mom and Dad, can I try showing a beef cow? So then we got a little steer my first year, and I showed them and just took off from there.
And so as I understand it, you are the recipient of a Mybeck calf. If you could tell us a little bit more about what that's all about?
Yeah, so I was a recipient in 2015. It was my third year of applying. It's a very rigorous process. You have to have 2 letters of recommendation, as well as you write out an essay explaining why you need this heifer. And so I was a recipient of the Limousine breed of cattle, the heifer I got from Moser Family Farms. And they were very nice donors, and so what we had to do when we won the animal is we had to take them back home, make sure she was bred by the next year, and we had to send them quarterly newsletters about how we were doing and stuff like that. So
Jenna here, I think she wants to get back to her stall. But what have you learned from all of your experiences? What's been most important to you and what you've learned in this project?
Well, definitely have fun. I mean, can't have too much fun, and it's always enjoyable to see how hard when you work with something really hard and then it pays off well in the end. So another thing I enjoy is the leadership aspect of it. I mean, working with the cattle has shown me how to be a leader and how to take care of them properly, which I love doing. I love when people come to State Fair and they maybe don't have a clue of what to do or like why we have something that we do. And I just love talking to the consumers about what we do.
Visit pioneer.org/4H to learn more about this show and watch it online. You can learn more about Minnesota 4-H by going to their website or by visiting your local University of Minnesota Extension and Outreach Center.
Minnesota 4-H, growing true leaders, is made possible by Minnesota Farmers Union, standing for agriculture, fighting for farmers. On the web at mfu.org. Minnesota Corn Growers Association, since 1978, dedicated to identifying and promoting opportunities for Minnesota corn farmers while enhancing quality of life. For nearly 100 years, Minnesota Farm Bureau has been working to preserve, promote, and strengthen American agriculture and share in the vision of strength and vitality for our communities.